Just to be quite clear, I'm not proud of any of this. Well guys, just before we get into the main video, bit of an update on the merchandise. Now, some might have seen that we've got some hats that are out of stock, we've got things that are low stock. So yeah, we're just trying to clear out our current inventory and hopefully going to give it a refresh soon. So yeah, currently there's clearance on the pink hats. We've still got some of them left. We've sold out of the green hats. And yeah, we're just going to try and brainstorm, get some ideas together, see what we want to do with merchandise. Feel free to write down in the comments what you'd like to see, any ideas, styles, designs, colours, all of that sort of stuff. Let us know, and hopefully when we drop the new merch, not exactly sure when that'll be, but when we do drop it, we're hopefully going to be organised finally for international shipping. But I've made promises before that we haven't been able to keep, so let's just see how we go, eh? Well, good morning guys, and welcome. Today is going to be an interesting day. Not entirely sure how it's going to pan out, but first things first, we've just got to get cracking, try and get this thing going. You guys might remember in a few videos ago we're having issues with this. This is Howsam 2.0. We're having quite a few issues with the fuel system. Every time I go up over a contour bank, it would die, which is very inconvenient because it doesn't have brakes. So once it does die, you roll down the hill backwards. So doors are always open, ready to jump out if need be. But what the plan is, at some point the original pickup, in its previous life, the original pickup must have died or something happened in it, sucking air, I don't know. And then there was just a plastic tube poked through the filler neck. Now, we're not sure exactly what's going on, whether it's going to be, I don't know. We're just still not sure how much money we want to put into this thing, to be quite honest. But we do have a little gauze pickup and a metal tube that we are doing the same sort of thing with. I might get a bit of silicone around that and shove that down in the hole, and yeah, just put pipe hose, rubber hose straight onto that. Hopefully that'll fix our issues. We've got new filters. Brad came down the other day and put a new main filter on it. And yeah, trying to just get to the bottom of exactly what's going on. Unfortunately, this is quite a little bit more complicated than the other Howsam, the Howsam 1.0, which was just a standard old school diesel engine. This one is all common rail, electronic controlled, all of that stuff. So there's fuel hoses going everywhere. There's fuel hoses going to the ECU, which I'm presuming there'll be a sensor inside the ECU, maybe fuel pressure sensor, I don't know what exactly. And yeah, it's a bit of a mess. So anyway, let's get into it. I'll get this done, see if it works. I might go for a bit of a run up and down just here, load it up, try and get it to play up. If it doesn't play up for me, then I've got spraying to do, and hopefully we can get it done. By the time I get this all done, I'm not going to be able to do this in one day, I don't think, but we'll just get as much done as we can. So quickly, before we do that, we can have a quick look at the barley here. So we're at the south lease block, and yeah, we're going to spray. We've got some broadleaf to spray, a bit of fungicide. I haven't actually looked at the wreck fully yet, whether we've got any sort of grass spray in there as well. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. You can see they're very, very nice and thick. So let's get amongst it. Well guys, things took a bit of a turn. I dropped the whole pickup in the tank. I was pulling it out to try and get a hose clamp back on, and in hindsight I probably should have put the hose clamp and the little rubber hose on first, and then it couldn't go in the tank. But there was a little lip I didn't know about inside the tank, so when I popped it out, it got caught and pulled itself in. But anyway, I got a contraption here. I tried my normal magnet tool, but that didn't work. It kept just falling off. So I've got a magnet from one of my GoPro mounts, a zip tie, and a piece of tubing, plastic tubing, and we'll just see. I'll just go fishing, I guess. It's a strong magnet, so thankfully the tank's plastic. I'll stick you guys up there. So I just need to get it in there. I should fish around for that. Oh, I got something. If this works first time, no, I was going to say, if this works first time, that'd be crazy. Anyway, this is probably about as exciting as watching someone fish. Well, you guys get the idea. I'll just be here praying for a miracle. I don't want to pull a tank off. I think I got it. Oh. Oh. Man. Talk about MacGyver. Okay, let's put that hose clamp on. I'll get a rag and I'll be back, but let's put a hose clamp on first and then put the thing in. Take two. If I was smart, I'd just start recording now and pretend that never happened. Gonna mark this here. So I know what side should be up. There we go. Now that can't pull through. Just to be quite clear, I'm not proud of any of this. Oh, now I got that. And this must be the return to tank. Sometimes you wish things would just die, not sort of half die. Makes the decisions a lot easier. We keep thinking if we just get one more spray out of it, it'll be good. And then it just keeps going just enough so you don't give up. So people might also be wondering, why don't we just use the rogator? And we could if desperate, but this country here with the contours and just the up and down and the rougher country and smaller paddocks, it's just going to be hard. Plus it is like another 30 kilometers away from the closest property, so it's a fair hike to get it here. And also it's not going to do it much good being here with the small paddocks and just everything's tight and contours. The contour's a bit steeper than all our other ones, and the rogator's not very good on contours. Definitely would love to try out one of those sprayers with the auto. Well, the rogator did have auto height control, but it was never quick enough and never worked well enough to be practical. But apparently the newer ones, whether it be the Patriots or I don't know, all of the others, apparently they're good enough to be able to go over contours pretty good, but that'd be nice. But anyway, not for a little while. We'll battle along for a little while longer before we can afford that. I think we're ready to just about test it. Let's see. let it sit here and run. I did have the little auxiliary pump going for a little while, so hopefully it's primed it all. I'll let it sit here for a bit, then I'll go in the paddock, give it a test, see if it plays up. Fingers crossed. So far so good, guys. I've been uphill on the about maybe 10-12 contours and it hasn't played up yet. Maybe it's all good. We'll see. So here's a contour here. I'll back off and then give it the bickies. It's yeah, knuckling in really well. So let's load up and no doubt it'll start playing up once I've loaded up. As it always does. So, right, I've got to go and turn the base station on, so I'll fly up in the ute. I've got to pack up the tools and load up and go. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Time to stretch the legs. Just make sure I park on the top of a hill so it doesn't roll away while I'm not looking. Right, what I thought is I'll show you guys, I mean, not really qualified to try and teach you guys anything, but I will show you something very interesting. So here we've got the barley obviously, and you remember we did a bit of burning here just to help with the stubble load. But yeah, where it has been burnt, it really shows up nice and clearly what we're trying to achieve. So this paddock, or we've farmed this block, the lease block here for, I don't know, 3 years or something, 2-3 years, no, more than that, I don't know. And when we first started, it was very, very bad with ryegrass. So you can see ryegrass here, that's all these little ones on the side here. And yeah, absolute pain to kill. They've got a waxy sort of surface on them. They don't absorb chemicals overly well, and yeah, there is quite a few different resistant strains. Thankfully, we don't have a lot of resistance on here, I think because it hadn't been, it was sort of a stock block, mixed farming block, I think. So yeah, it hadn't seen a lot of chemicals before. But you'll notice on our headers, so we had the chaff decks, and that's where it was on the, where are we? Try and find a tram line here. So you'll notice we had the chaff coming off and going in the wheel tracks. So there's one there, and then there's another one over here, and you'll see that is where a lot of the concentration is, within that sort of period there. That's where the concentration of ryegrass is. Not as much in the middle, there is a little bit poking through, but you'll see again here, that's where most of it is. And yeah, obviously we're trying to get the seeds to be a bit more concentrated, so obviously we're running over them when we plant, making it the dirt compacted, it's harder for it to grow, all of that stuff. And if we do want to, we can always double up our nozzles on that row to help with that. But we also put some residuals down, and I am currently spraying a product that will get the ryegrass and any other types of barley or wheat or anything that isn't a Clearfield variety. So we yeah, should be pretty clean after this spray, I think. But I thought it was very interesting just with the ryegrass here. Definitely can tell that the chaff decks are doing what we want. Definitely see that the residuals are doing something, because it isn't a massive blanket of weeds. There is the odd one poking through, but all in all, it's looking really good. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see once we go through this pass. Yeah, that'll probably be the last in-crop spray for weeds. You know, who knows whether we do something with a bit of fert or something later on. But yeah, just this is the ideal time. We can still see the ground, it hasn't completely closed over, and these are all exposed, the little ryegrasses here, so we can get some chemical on that. So anyway, that's a good excuse to stretch my legs, and we'll get back into it. It's a bit bumpy and noisy in there. The seat suspension doesn't work, so I just gotta stretch the old back every now and then. But hasn't played up yet, so fingers crossed that yeah, we might be on a winner here with the fuel system. Well guys, update time. I'm still going, and I'm just going to pull up now there is still actually a breeze. I could probably keep going. I can see the trees, the wheat leaves, are barley leaves. I can see the barley leaves are moving about, so that's all good, but sun's just gone down. Pretty sky, but that'll be it. I'll have to come back tomorrow, talking possibility of rain tomorrow lunchtime. So hopefully I can get the last load out first thing, and yeah, if it's on 2-3 hours before the rain, that'll be good. So we'll just see how it all pans out. This has been playing up with the fuel system again. Very odd, not playing up this morning, started to play up, was getting worse. I've topped it up with fuel, still doing it. Same sort of thing as what was happening last time. So for whatever reason, it goes for, I don't know, goes for quite a while and no problem, and then all of a sudden gives trouble. So still got to suss that out. Potentially, what potentially could be something I might have to check is the pump that we put on is like a little auxiliary pump, fuel pump. It's got a little mesh screen or filter in the front of it, and potentially because the way that the pickup was, how it was just straight into the tank, it could have been sucking up rubbish from that for a little bit, and that gauze could be blocked, maybe, don't know. So I'll check that out anyway, and yeah, so there we go. But anyway, I've done what, 125 hectares out of 175, so another 50 hectares to go, and it'll be good. So we'll probably touch base tomorrow. Good morning, guys, we're back, and yeah, there is a little bit of rain on the radar, about, I don't know, maybe 3-4 hours out, and I had about 800 litres in the tank from last night. I already ran that out a little while ago, but yeah, it's one of those decisions. It's like, what do you do? What do you do? We really probably want 5 or 6 hours of no rain for the chemical to do its thing before rain, but that may not happen. So I don't think it's a huge amount of rain, so there's a good chance that it'll probably dry by tomorrow anyway, and I can just come and do the last load then. But yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to just get the job done, but it's no good doing the job if it's not going to do the job. So we might just have to shut it down, put a bit of water through it, flush it all out, and attack it another day. But at least I didn't have, the main goal today was actually just to come to make sure I had 800 litres in the tank, so I just wanted to spray that out, so yeah, it wasn't sitting there festering, because might be a day, might be 2 days, who knows. But yeah, still giving a bit of trouble, the fuel system, and it is just very complicated system, more so than any of us have experience with, as far as yeah, it's just got fuel lines going here, there, everywhere, into regulators, into ECUs, into all sorts, so it's just a bit over the top. don't really know what's going on, but I'll have a look at the gauze, check filters, that sort of thing again, and see what we find. Well guys, probably leave the video there for the moment, see what happens, see what rain happens, and we'll catch you in the next one.